Now listen, Bronwyn, or should I refer to you as your real name? Because we know where that'll end up.
Where?
And you're getting it wrong.
Oh.
Anyway, we're lovers on the chair with Ayesha Tansey.
Hi everyone.
Pamela's Palace, the Bronwyn Mills of the group. Tell me about the show.
Pamela's Palace is about 3 hairdressers. Well, I'm not quite a hairdresser yet.
You haven't got your scissors right.
I haven't got my scissors yet. 3 women who work in a salon, and it's about their relationships, their obstacles, their dreams of being women. It's about for me, the show is about how we define ourselves as women and how those definitions shift when you're in conversation with another woman or even another man, and where we sit in that. And it's changing all the time, I think.
Especially in this landscape now where people are not sure where they fit or have they gone, or even they part of conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the show challenges those assumptions. It pulls it apart, picks it apart, and it sort of puts it back together in a really, not in a set way. And so there's still room for like, maybe, I don't know. And I think that's the power of the show actually, is that it's not saying one thing about what being a woman is.
And do you find that the relaxed nature of it being a hairdressing salon obviously allows people to take on those messages? Or
I think comedy is an amazing vehicle for suggesting something maybe that's a bit cultural taboo or a bit more challenging,
edgy.
Maybe a bit more edgy. I think comedy is amazing because you can kind of do a little bit of a give them the bird to something, and then you can laugh about it together. And I think laughter is super healing, and it's really it doesn't dictate. It's not like you're up on a soapbox going, this is the way the world should be. It's like, what about this? And then let's laugh about it.
What I love about your character, Bronwyn Mills, who plays the super gorgeous little apprentice in the show, is that she's not she originally starts out, without giving too much away, as kind of like a very sympathetic character, and in the end becomes the one that almost is the knowledge, is the I have the answers. Would that be how would you work that out in your head? Just clearly.
Yeah, I think sometimes the more marginalised or the fringe dwellers, it's a classic clown trope.
Yep.
That the person on the outside actually delivers the wisdom, and that goes back many centuries. It's almost like a clown archetype within clowning. So Bronwyn kind of does fulfill that brief, I guess.
You created Bronwyn. That was your own character, wasn't it? That you brought to the.
Yeah.
Is it based on anything, or it's something you devised?
No. It just actually in the audition I had some. It was a Skype. The first audition I did was a Skype audition, and I'd prepared some props. So I had some wigs and some glasses and things, so that I could just, if they asked me to play different characters, I didn't know what was going to happen. And so they did. They actually asked me, can you play a high status character? Can you do this and that? And between each of the characters, I was just putting on different things in front of them. And I put on these stupid glasses and I just looked into the camera and they all just started screaming. I'm like, ah! And I was like, oh, really? And it's, within the devising process, I've really tried to get away from that, because I was like, surely, that was so immediate. That can't be Bronwyn, but we've kept coming back to this.
She's such an approachable character though, and almost endearing.
Do you think?
Yeah. You almost got to look after her. Oh, that's what I think makes her who she is. She is completely different to the other ones, and as that apprentice role, yeah, she's just so relatable, and people seem to be, I don't know how to put it, they just want to look after her almost.
Yeah.
It's a powerful character. It really is a good character.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's another kind of trope of clowning is not to necessarily put on layers, put on a character, but to take back and to use yourself as.
So you're an onion, really.
Yeah, a bit like an onion. Yeah, and the inner core Ayesha, there is a little bit of Bronwyn, and like most actors, you know, they say that I was bullied in school and but I did experience sort of the feeling of being a bit of an outcast or being bullied in certain parts of my life, and so I totally tap into that. And sometimes because of it, I have a bit of sprungles around it because I'm like, no, it's just a character I'm putting on. But I think what makes it strong as well is that I am tapping into something that is very true for me. Yeah.
I think, I think this show has got so many legs, and it looks like it's being devised and rewritten every time I look at it. But it's heading in an amazing direction. As a co-producer and a co-writer, where do you see it going? What do you think Pamela's next thing is?
World domination. I don't know. I think it's been an amazing adventure so far. And I live in London, and so to come back to my hometown.
So did you go to London for this show?
No, I've lived in London for 8 years now. I went over to study classical acting, Shakespeare and
as you do,
Jacobean text, and have remained in London. And I to come back to Melbourne and be part of the Melbourne Comedy Festival is amazing. To come to my hometown, so that's really fun. But yeah, who knows? I'd love to go to Argentina.
That's a little bit random.
South
Why
Africa.
Argentina?
I don't know. There's just places that I've never been, and I think why not?
Let's book it here.
Yeah.
I'll write that into the script.
I think there should definitely be an Argentinian character. But yeah, Telly would be really fun. I've never worked on a series before.
It's so transferable to sketch comedy. It stands out as being an amazing opportunity, I think, to just go further with those characters and see what Bronwyn really does at home or at the coffee shop. Like, what is she? And I think that's the beautiful part about their characters. What is Bronwyn doing? Like she works in she's that. I don't know how to put it. She's the quiet apprentice, but there's so much going on at home. Or is there nothing going on at home? It'd be such a great thing to see on TV, or even a YouTube sketch show. I think I'd be the first subscriber.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. We have to make it happen.
Make it happen.
Make it happen. Let's make it happen.
On that note, though, Ayesha, it's been Lovers on the Chair.
Lovers in the Chair.
With us.